Freestyle season is underway, and we are starting the process to figure out what our senior world team is going to look like for men's freestyle, along with the other styles. Um, and we have the U.S. Open happening this weekend, and there's going to be a lot of great matches happening. Some very exciting wrestling. I think it's an exciting tournament for the sport as a whole. But I have five matches here that I've highlighted as kind of the five most interesting, the five most exciting, most anticipated matchups that we can get out of this tournament this weekend. So I want to go over those today and really talk about them. So starting at number 5, we have Jax Force versus Dayton Fix. This is at 61 kilos. This match isn't even guaranteed, just like the rest of these matches. None of these are first round matchups. Jax Forrest, he's the 6th seed, I believe, and he's got the 3 seed Nashon Garrett in the quarters if he gets there. Not an easy matchup. Nashon Garrett is a world team member. Not going to be something that you can just easily work your way through. But Jax Force is pretty talented. As a high schooler, he's going into his senior year of high school, and we're talking about a guy who can contend with people who have made senior world teams already. Dayton Fix is a 2 seed. He's got Nico Megaludis. He should be able to navigate that obstacle. So we would see this matchup in the semis. These guys have trained with each other before, I believe. I'm pretty sure Jax Force has been training at the Cowboy RTC down in Stillwater before even he committed to Oklahoma State. So I'm very excited for this matchup just because it's very high level. Dayton Fix is a multiple time age level and even a senior level world medalist. Both of these guys should be pretty comfortable at 61 kilos. Jax Force may be pulling a little bit of weight. He's got a big length advantage, a reach advantage in this matchup. They have contrasting styles a bit. And so I want to, it's exciting to be able to see these two types of guys wrestle each other and kind of let it fly and just see what happens. And, the winner, if they wrestle each other in the semis, the winner moves on to the finals. And, another exciting matchup. 61 kilos is loaded with a lot of talent and a lot of great matchups. So number 4, Wyatt Hendrickson versus Hayden Zilmer at 125 kilograms. So with Wyatt Hendrickson having a Hodge Trophy winning college season, he's the number 1 seed. I think he was U25th back in 2021, and then he was either a U20 or U23 champ back in 2023. He's accomplished in folk style and in freestyle. Hayden Zilmer, though, is not just a pushover. He's made a senior world team before. He's wrestled at that level. He's a very tough opponent. He's very strong. He's got reach. And so this is going to be Wyatt Hendrickson's first test on the path to what he wants to do, which is become a world and Olympic champion. So I don't know if we're going to see guys like Mason Paris and Gable Steveson at this weight this year, but I do know that if Wyatt Hendrickson wants to accomplish those goals of, winning a world title, he's got to be able to beat Hayden Zilmer. And the same applies to Hayden Zilmer. If he wants to be able to beat Wyatt Hendrickson, if he wants to be a world champ, he's got to be able to beat Wyatt Hendrickson. So great matchup at 125 kilos, and looking forward to it. It's the 1 and 2 seed, so we would most likely see it happen in the finals. Moving on to our number 3 spot, it's Marcus Blaze versus Dayton Fix. Fix again making the list. This would be the 1 and 2 seed, so again we would see this in the finals. Marcus Blaze does not have an easy path to get there, even as the 1 seed. Again, a high schooler. He doesn't even have a high school diploma, and he's the number 1 seed at the senior level 61 kilogram U.S. Open bracket. He's with Dayton Fix, a world medalist, Seth Gross, a world team member, Nashon Garrett, a world team member, and so it's pretty crazy. But those are all 3 guys that he beat last year. Now Seth Gross is the 4 seed in this bracket. Seth Gross, Austin DeSanto, we'll see that in the quarters. I'd expect Gross to win it, but Austin DeSanto has beaten him before. We'll see what happens. I would expect Gross and Blaze in the semis. That was a very tight match that Blaze had to pull off some late match heroics to even to win. And then from there, same thing applied in his match against Dayton Fix. He had to chase down a takedown very late in the match, but he got the job done. And so I want to see, has Marcus Blaze tacked onto that? Has he found a way to widen the gap? Has Dayton Fix improved his level of wrestling? And is he going to not let that opportunity show up again for Marcus Blaze? I don't know. So this is going to be a very exciting, very highly anticipated matchup. But again, Dayton Fix has to get through Nashon Garrett and or Jax Forrest. Marcus Blaze has to get through Seth Gross and or Austin DeSanto. He's even got Nathan Tomasello, who's the 8 seed in the quarters. So these matches are not guaranteed. We might even see this match on the backside of the bracket. But if we do see it, I would, if it is going to happen, I'd be watching it if I was a fan of the sport. So number 2 is Mitchell Mesenbrink and David Carr at 74 kilos. The most exciting thing for me with this matchup is the expectation of what we can see at this weight moving forward into the future. This is 74 kilos. This spot has been held down by either Jordan Burroughs or Kyle Dake since 2011. So for the last 14 years, and we've been excellent here. So what we get out of these two guys, who wins here, this kind of shows us what the future is going to look like. If these guys are going to battle for this spot for the next cycle, 2 cycles, 3 cycles, I don't know. You can also throw in Keegan O'Toole if he decides that 74 kilos is the Olympic spot that he wants to go for moving forward. But these guys wrestled each other, Mesenbrink and Carr, at NCAA finals last year. It was a great matchup. Mitch Mesenbrink has just a crazy high pace. David Carr is so savvy in all of the positions that he wrestles. So this is going to be a phenomenal matchup, and it tells us what we should expect moving forward. Number 1 here in my list is going to be Kyle Dake and Zahid Valencia. We've seen this match. It was at 79 kilos. It was a while ago. Kyle Dake is basically done with 74 kilos. Zahid Valencia has looked phenomenal this year at 86 kilos. And so it's going to be exciting to see what these two do against each other up at this weight class. Kyle Dake's going to be fully fed. Zahid Valencia has been absolutely on a tear this year. So it's just going to be a great matchup. So I'm very, very much looking forward to this. But let me know if I missed any matchups that you think are going to be absolutely phenomenal. Going to be lights out. Yeah, a lot of them at 61 kilos. There's even, we got Luke Lilladall at 57 kilos. We've got a lot of interesting matchups at 70 kilos. So yeah, let me know. That's it.